Yo, hold up. Let me see if this is showing up. Yeah, it seems like it is. Let me see right here. Showing up. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. So now what I want to do is I do want to show the see here. It's not streaming here, right? Nope, it's not. Okay. Because I do stream on Twitch. So anyways, let's go open this up right now real quick. Good. Because all I want to see is just the chat. So I'm just going to have it pulled up like right here. So there we go. Alrighty. So this is going to be the first time going over, the Q&A about the update. See, like, any information that they'll bring and, such like that. I have not watched this live stream at all. This is gonna be the first time me looking at this live stream, watching it. So if this is also the first time that all of y'all are, looking at this and also watching this as well, then yeah, welcome. So let's see what they say about this update, because from what I read, right, about their patch notes and all that, is like they're adding like a lot of things, a lot to this. So let's just see what they say.
Hello, greetings, salutations.
Okay, y'all could hear. Okay, good.
Everybody, just like trying to keep an eye on audio just really quick. We're trying a new setup.
Awesome.
Sound weird, or if we sound.
Let me just skip it slightly.
So when y'all get home or whenever you. Okay.
And reiterate that you guys can hop on the Test Live client now and play the Age of Sorcery now.
Oh, really?
The big difference between what we have now and what will be launched is that we have all of the monetization-oriented things disabled right now, so you can't use the Battle Pass. You can't buy things in the shop, and that's just because there's a difference in our account system, and we don't want you to spend money in a test environment and then not get that whenever you transfer back and start playing on a live server.
Yeah.
So everything gameplay wise is there right now.
Yeah, we wanted to be able to set up like a sandbox thing for Test Live as well, but I think because of the way that, I guess the way it works with like our account system and with Steam and all that, yeah, we couldn't really figure out a way to safely do that without, just having less than ideal consequences. So.
Yeah, and with the time that we have, so we're trying to get everything out to everyone as soon as possible, and why wait for something like that when we can let you play the game now and worry about the new stuff that's in the Battle Pass and shop later.
Yeah, and then like we'll try to cover what we can about that like here today as well, because I know there's been a lot of questions, of course, about like the Battle Pass and monetization in general. So
okay. Before first of all, okay, this is for some reason let me go to OBS. Apparently it's not showing the full window. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. I'm gonna keep it like this. And also the reason why I'm streaming it as well, before I go and start saying my thoughts about what they just said, is that yes, I have my Twitter open right here because I did say that I'm going to be live streaming this and going over it, which is, well, yeah. So that's why I'm live streaming it. Decided to do it today. So yeah, so if y'all wondering, okay, is there still gonna be two videos? No, there's only gonna be one. This one technically counts as a video. So yeah. Anyways, thinking about what they said about how they have a battle pass and monetization stuff to it, which is interesting. I don't think it was even in the patch notes that was even mentioned in the first place. So that means they're adding some sort of microtransactions and to Conan Exiles, which I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little bit iffy. I really hope like the way how they implement it, because right now there is no battle pass at all whatsoever in Conan Exiles. I'm assuming this update has not come out yet, because I mean this was live streamed yesterday, as you can see right there, the date. So let me see what. Wait, hold on. I want to see if this is like still being connected. Wait, hold on. Okay, all right. OBS was being a little bit weird. So, anyways, so what was I saying is that yeah. So I really hope when they have the battle pass, it's not play to win, because some of the games, Halo Infinite. Well, Halo Infinite's more like cosmetics, more than really play to win, from what I've seen. So I really hope it's just more or less just cosmetics. But I really hope that does not take away from, in a sense, the DLCs, because I only have a few DLCs from Conan Exiles. I did not buy all of them at all. So like one of them is Isle of Sifta, which is a new map that they added, which is, cool. I have not played that yet, but I might make a video on it, whether it be a let's play or not. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, so Battle Pass, interesting, because I don't think that was in the patch notes at all. So it would be interesting to see how they implement it, and let's see if they answer any questions when it comes to the battle pass for Conan Exiles. So let's continue and let's see what they say.
We'll try to cover what we can today as well, since you can't like physically like get your hands on it on Test Live yet. Of course, the official version's coming out soon enough, but we'll get to that when it comes. So okay, to start things off, there were a couple. So we have just a few questions here that we wanted to go over, and then we're going to be going over some questions that I've seen from our forum thread and on social media, and then of course I'll be keeping an eye on chat as best I can to take any questions all that are relevant.
Oh wow, so they answer questions in the chat as well. Like I know like there's a forum that you could put to answer, to like ask them questions. But they also say like social media and chat too. Huh, okay, that's interesting. And also the reason why I didn't go to the stream at all is because I was busy. Yeah. Otherwise I would have streamed it on the day that, well, they were having the live stream. So live stream or live streamception. Okay, let's see right here. Okay, buffering. Okay. I don't know. OBS is being really weird right now because it's saying it's reconnecting and disconnecting. Hopefully it doesn't do that throughout the thing. If it keeps doing that by the time we're like 20 minutes in, I might call it. Even though this is the first time ever that OBS is doing it. I don't know why. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind for next time. But anyways, let's see what they say.
For the sake of time and for the sake of clarity, we're going to focus all questions today on the update, so the Age of Sorcery update. And so if you have any like questions about like your server or like your clan or Zendesk stuff, like we won't really be able to address that on today's stream, just to get that out of the way. So, and thank you all for the compliments about my beard. I grew it myself, it's huge. So okay, to start things off, one of the most common questions that we see, of course, is release date when? We can't tell you yet. But obviously, since it's out on Test Live, it should be fairly soon, but we want to make sure that y'all can get your hands on it and play with it and break things. And so we're gonna, we only can do so much internally to like find these things. And so, we now need to lean on you to be able to find stuff that's broken and or get your feedback to us and let us know like what you think of some of the gameplay changes.
Additionally, we're also in certification for consoles, so we can't release until those are done and verified. And we want to give some time for modders to be able to update their mods to be ready for the update as well, which is part of what we've released.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually really cool that they, they support mods. Like I know that there's mods for like all kinds of games, but for these developers to just come out and say that, oh, we're waiting for mods. I mean, we have this on Test Live, so that way we could give time for the modders to go update that stuff. Wow, that is very like I'm gonna give them applause for that. Like, because I know there's some developers are like a bit stingy when it comes to mods, Nintendo. But with them, for them to say that's really cool. That's awesome that they say that they're like, pro mods for for the game, for the game that they are developing. I know English.
Yeah, and so yeah, as soon as we like, plus like yeah, as soon as we're done with the like certification process on consoles as well, and when we have like a real like date like locked in, that's when we'll be able to share. But we don't want to like say anything before all this stuff is done. Otherwise, yeah, we don't want to have to like keep changing the date. Yeah, Xbox and PlayStation owners might remember patch 2.5 where we had some issues trying to get that out through certification. So we're trying to avoid that this time. Yeah, let's see here.
Being really patient.
Another question that came up a lot was regarding Battle Pass. Can I progress the Battle Pass on private and modded servers? The answer is yes.
Ooh.
Let's see. Do you want to? So why do challenges rather than like traditional like DLC system? Might have more insight on this. Designed it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, challenges serve two functions. The battle pass in Conan Exiles is a little bit different than a battle pass in, just for sake of example, something like Fortnite or Call of Duty, where those games have
Huh.
a they have a game that you go in, you play a match, and then you get rewarded based on your performance in the match. There's no performance in a survival game, right? We don't want to track like, oh, how hard did you farm and how many things did you kill in this past hour specifically, and then at some point be like, okay, here's where you're rewarded for it. So you have to break that down to a smaller scale and say, okay, well, here's some things that you could do to get the experience and go unlock it, and these are all going to be things that you encounter throughout normal gameplay. So harvesting minerals, killing enemies, visiting certain places. We might ask you something strange, like to do an emote somewhere or something like that, right? But it's places that you would go because you're playing the game already anyway. So they serve the purpose of being able to reward you with progress in the battle pass, giving you some smaller motivations or goals to do while you're playing. So maybe, hey, I've been playing and I'm kind of bored. I don't know what I should be doing with my time. So you look at the challenge list and find something to do. Um, I guess that's probably the biggest thing to say about them is that they're there to give you progress in the battle pass. And outside of that too, it's not a lot different than normal DLC where previously you would pay and you would get a lump of armor and building pieces and pets or whatever, and you can still pay for that stuff in the battle pass if you want to. You could pay to unlock levels directly without having to grind them out. So if anyone's worried about the grind and saying, I just want to be able to pay for it and get it, you can just pay for it and get it.
Yeah, and like, you're the designer, you have a family with two little toddlers, so it's not like you have a ton of time yourself, like free time, So you more than a lot of folks, I think, also understand like the time requirement.
Yes.
And or the lack of time that one has.
I value your time. I value my time, so I can understand how you value yours. And none of us involved want it to be a thing where you have to log in and play every hour of every day to be able to finish the battle pass. We've mentioned it in previous streams, but it's essentially designed around playing an hour session 2 times a week. So throughout the course of a week, as long as you play for about 2 hours, you should be able to finish the battle pass in the amount of time that it takes for the battle pass to expire before the next one comes
Oh, okay. That's actually very interesting because yeah, he did bring up a good point that battle passes for games such as like Fortnite is also, as well as Halo Infinite that I brought up earlier, is that yeah, performance, like being a match, having a performance, but the way that they do it is actually pretty interesting. So obviously for battle pass, there's either you buy it or you grind it out, but for him, Dennis, which cool shirt by the way, but how he explained it is it's just interesting how they're gonna implement battle pass and also to have like weird things like emote in a weird location, which is just I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. But like, what are they gonna have in the battle pass though? Because I know it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be cosmetics, right, of some sort, right? But what kind though? And I don't know. Maybe I might be understanding this incorrectly, but he said, "Oh, grinding it out and all that will take 2 hours or something like that." So it's like, okay, so the battle pass is only 2 hours, and he says it that if you're bored and if you don't know what to do within the game, then the battle pass is there, so that way you could go and complete it. So the battle pass, in a sense, is more like a side quest then. Like the way how he said it, it's just like, oh, it's just a side quest. Like I don't know, like that's how they explain it, but still, like pretty interesting. Pretty interesting about the battle pass. I'm just like, since that answers the question, I do wonder what they're gonna add into it. I don't know if they're gonna answer it here. Hopefully they do. If they're not, then okay, well, we're just gonna have to wait until they release it. Like, not just having to be in test live, because they did say that right now it's in test live. But like after they release it in test live and actually release it in the base game. But anyways, let's continue on what they're gonna answer next.
Background music too loud. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, yeah, if we're on the topic of challenges, do we want to just show that off again, just really quick again?
What
I'm gonna
challenges?
challenge window up.
Just gonna go over
We're on
here.
an internal build that has all this stuff turned on right now.
Oh.
When you guys come on to test live, I think what you'll see is a full screen overlay that hides all of these
Oh.
things. And I'm going to give the disclaimer again too that anything you see in the battle pass and bazaar, price and position of those things may vary. So we may move rewards.
Okay, okay. Like I know that he's saying it might vary, it might not be like right now. It's not dead, 100% certain that's gonna be like that. But I'm just looking at it, and it's like, huh? Like I just want to look at it for like a good minute. Yeah, like a good minute. So there's challenge XP, which they mentioned before challenges, which is right here. But right now, this is how the battle pass looks like. As of right now, buy crown coins. Oh, okay, so that's what this is. Crown coins. Okay, interesting. That looks like some sort of skin for like an animal, maybe hyena, maybe an emote. All right, the crown coins. That looks to be armor of some sort. Tablet of some sort, and then this clothing, maybe. It says free. Interesting. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
From one part of the battle pass to another, or we may change the prices of things.
What is that? He clicked on Bazaar item store, which all these cost crown coins, which I'm assuming you could buy crown coins with actual real money. Yeah, because like look at here, because I know he said his prices and all that may vary, but I just want to look at this. Like, so this one lasts for. I'm assuming that's how long it lasts for in the Bazaar thing, which is an item store. So this one will only last 31 minutes and 19 seconds. So this is more like a limited time. So they're gonna have a lot of limited time things, but they do vary from what it seems like. Like this one's like 3 hours and 4 minutes. As are accoutrements, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Echoes of Archeron, which looks like it's clothing, and maybe this might be a weapon or something. This one looks like a feast, which is like furniture from right here, camping site, furniture, emote bundles. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. So that means they're adding more emotes to the game, but it's more so of a what's it called? More of being here in the item store, just being like, again, microtransactions. These are just all microtransactions. But it's interesting that these vary. Like, I'm most likely gonna get the emote bundle more than any of these. Is the emote bundle. Well, that's interesting.
that are on the bazaar now. They're still being worked on. It
Challenges, huh?
really won't be done
Or
until you guys have
progress.
it in your hand.
Yeah. So as a quick disclaimer, like anything shown here is still like in development, like still like subject to change, and so please don't form like final conclusions based on what you're shown off today. As a note, also, yeah, to anyone watching videos or anyone out there like creating content based on this, yeah, like please just be aware this is again not final.
This is off topic, but yeah, the new attributes are on Test Live now.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so you can all like check that out yourself if you want. And again, we'll try to go over what we can today because obviously not everyone can access that, especially right now. You might be at work or it might be really late or something like that for Japanese friends.
Interesting.
One person asks, so Phantomful TV on Twitch asks, will different battle passes have different themes once like Age of Sorcery ends? The answer is yes. We won't be able to go into what those themes might be in the future, but not every like chapter or season, I guess it's commonly called, is going to be Age of Sorcery or like called or based around sorcery, for example. So it'll change.
Yep.
Yeah, there'll be a new chapter roughly every 3-ish months.
Yeah, I believe it's 91 days. So yeah, it's about every 3 months you should see a new chapter come out. Right now we're aiming for every age to have either 2 or 3 chapters, depending on how much time we need to finish the feature of it or the storytelling of it, and then we'll move on to another one after that. So after Age of Sorcery, there will be a new age, and in that new age, there will be new mechanical updates, new cosmetic updates. The battle pass itself will be
Refresh,
replaced
yeah.
with a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't been able to like follow along previously too, ages are what we're calling like basically like every like major season, and then chapters are within that age or that season are like they're broken up into different passes and different like arcs, I guess, of storytelling as well, because we are including like some world building and some storytelling.
Oh, that's
Through
interesting.
the battle pass as well.
Yeah, you can think of the age as like the full the major story arc, and the chapters to be smaller stories within that chapters.
Oh, that's interesting. So that's so far right now how they're saying it is already much different, much vastly different than any other battle pass that there is that exists in games such as Fortnite, Halo Infinite, and etc. I am now very curious about this because again, how they're explaining it, they're in a sense doing it's not just battle pass like, oh, look at that cosmetics, oh cool, to make your character or whatever look nice, oh nice, whatever. But no, they're implementing more than just cosmetics or things that your character could do. But now it's more like story, world building, which is very interesting. Like I am very curious of like once they do the final thing for this and once they finally decided to implement it in the base game and not just in the test life. Like I really want to see how it works out because right now like right here, right? Like even look it up here. What like how it changes. Like they did say that okay, these what you see right now might be, it might change, you know? But it's also cool that they give experience as well, like another opportunity to get experience rather than oh you go collect stuff or you go, kill or whatever there is within Conan Exiles. So now you get this too. But you can see right here it changes a little bit. So now it's like when go into how do you call it? So I play Conan Exiles on PC and I do have a controller. And so I just press I use a PS4 controller, so I press the options button, and then it basically, shows all that, the inventory knowledge, attribute stats, generate clan, followers, maps, etc., etc. But now it kind of looks like that they're gonna have like these two, and also like these icons. I really wonder why they decide to add these icons. I'm just a little curious. Why did they decide to add this detail? Whether it is actually important or not, who knows? But it says right here, challenges reset in 21 hours, 23 minutes. So that means it cycles through a lot. And also, like, every season or, age, like what they say, it's going to change every 3 months, which is interesting.
Okay. Just going off of some of the chat here. Again, yeah, we're trying to focus today's questions on Age of Sorcery and anything relating to it. I see a bunch of questions about servers and all that. Please, yeah,
Well,
just contact Zendesk.
someone asked if they'd have to pay for the battle pass every time. It just depends on whether or not you finished the one previously. So, if we look at the battle pass here, again, remember everything in here could be moved around, changed, whatever. One thing that will remain constant is that every so often you'll unlock 120 coins back. So once you've unlocked those 120 coins, every time in the battle pass, I think if we get the whole way to the end, the last one is somewhere around level 52 or something like that.
That's 51 and 57.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
So if
Oh,
you reach
wow.
level 57, you get back all the Crom coins that you spent buying that battle pass. You can pocket those, keep them, and wait for the next battle pass and unlock the next one with effectively the same, money that you bought to unlock the first one.
Yeah, so once you complete the battle pass, yeah, then you can just again sit on it, or you can buy the next battle pass when it comes out if you want. And so, and again, like you'll find that the battle pass like doesn't take ages to finish out either. So we're not asking you again to like take weeks at a time to just like grind a few levels or whatever. Like you should be able to get it done relatively well. We hope. And so that way, like if you're playing a bunch, then yeah, you can keep
They
getting.
have the ability to change the experience that you receive from the challenges on the back end.
Oh,
So
really?
we don't even need to patch the game. We can just see, oh, everyone's going way slower than we thought. Let's increase the base experience of these challenges. So right now we have a static multiplier for how much bonus you get. We're working on making that variable as well. So some challenges may be worth more than others because of the multiplier, but even the base values.
Uh, huh. Because I see how the challenge connects to the battle pass, but I don't know how I feel about that. That they could just change it on a whim, based on if people progressing too fast or too slow. I don't really think that they should nerf the XP if people go too fast. Like, if people go too fast, only nerf it just very, very so slightly. Because then it's gonna be like, oh, what the heck then? You know? Then it might cause, problems or whatever. So, yeah, I just don't know how I feel about that, really. I don't know. But let's just see.
Indeed. Okay. Phantom Pool TV asks again. You receive a set of daily challenges. So okay, what you're seeing right now, the bonus multiplier thing you see at the very top of each card, you get one of those like per day, per card. But you can once you've like finished the challenge, a new one pops up that takes its place. You just don't get the bonus multiplier for that one unless you have them accumulated or whatever.
Yes. So on the screen that we have right here, these are 5 of my 20 multipliers. So if I were to complete all of these, I would still have 15 multipliers, and I can finish a total of 20 challenges today and get the multiplied experience. Once those multipliers are gone, I will still continue to get challenges, but they will no longer be worth 10 times the experience.
Oh,
And
okay.
whenever the challenge reset timer refreshes, here it's in 21 minutes and 21 hours and 25 minutes, I'll get 5 more of those bonuses. So these queue up to 20 to let you to not force you to play every day. Like I said, I respect your time. I respect my own time. So if I don't have time to play today, my kids got sick. I can't play for 2 or 3 days. When I come back, I'll have those 10 or 15 multipliers waiting for me. I didn't lose any time in the battle pass.
Oh, that's interesting. So that means. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I think I understand what he means now. By this, I think what he means, right, is that, okay, so you have multipliers, right? Finish 20, you have none. And then, of course, challenges reset. So every single time you reset, you get XP multipliers again. And then, like, let's say you don't play one day, like what he said, like, oh, kids or whatever are sick, you miss like 2 or 3 days, then it's gonna, pile up. So that way you could like zoom through. So that's actually pretty nice. That's actually, yeah, I actually kind of like that feature a little bit. And also I see like right here reroll challenges too, which I'm guessing like, oh, if some of these are like way too difficult, or if you don't want to do it, then you could just reroll and be like, okay, this is more suitable. That's what I'm assuming why they have this reroll challenges.
Mm. Uh, then a couple other questions here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, does the pass work on private servers? Like, yeah, like all the challenges in the battle pass, like all the progression stuff works on private servers, works in any game mode.
Oh,
Complete
really?
challenges.
That's cool.
Yeah. Someone asked if they're transferred to private hosted servers. They're actually
Uh
part of
huh.
your account. Like, so you may sometimes see errors for like FLS or connecting to FLS. That's shorthand for Funcom Live Services, and that's the account system we have running in the back end that you connect to, and it saves information about you, like what's on your account. As long as you have a connection to FLS, you can use the Battle Pass, you can use challenges, you can use the store. Um, the interesting thing, I guess, about challenges is whenever you log in, the challenges you get that day are based on the first like server and character that you log into. So we have criteria for gating how difficult a challenge can be. So someone who's playing the game for the first time doesn't get a challenge to go to Seprimeru immediately. So what you will get is based on who you are whenever you log into play, and they'll stay that way until they reset in 21 hours from now. And then next time you log in, you get another set of fresh ones based on the character you log into.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and
interesting.
all the rewards are linked to your account and not necessarily the character, with the exception of some of the consumable items, like the consumable prizes that you get for completing the battle pass. So, for example, these
Oh,
like one-time stacks of spell potions that you might get through the battle pass, you can only get that on a single character ever. You can't make a new character, claim another set of potions or whatever, or anything like that. You only ever get one.
Yeah,
This is the specifically for this battle pass. These spell potions are intended to kind of be like a here's a quick free taste of sorcery in case you wanted to try it out.
yeah. There's some fun novelty, right?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
little thing we can throw you and be like, here's a taste of the system that you can interact with if you keep playing.
yeah. And it's all the consumable spell potions are free to get as long as you actually like level up the battle pass. So you don't actually have to buy the battle pass to even get. I think any of the potions that we have through at least like this battle pass. I
Yeah,
want to say.
like I said before, things could change, but I think that all of the consumable potions will remain in the free slots.
Yeah, and yeah, as you go through the battle pass, like you'll see there's a little like it just says free above the item. And so once you can still level up the battle pass without having bought it. And so what, for example, if you reach level 35 if you hadn't bought it, if you reach level 35 in the battle pass, you can then claim a stack of 5 slow fall potions.
Mm-hmm.
Once ever.
cool.
But otherwise, yeah, like if you get like an emote on one character, then like yeah, you can sign on to your other friend's server or something like that, and then you'll still have that emote like on whatever character you create on whatever other private server you have.
Yeah, it's part of that FLS account I
Yep.
mentioned earlier.
Huh. So he mentions FLS. So, because I'm trying to think, like, so what does that mean? Is it like you have to create a Funcom account connected to Conan Exiles, and then from there, then you could basically have, again, like for that email, for example, that you see right there, I'm assuming that's an email, get transferred to any characters. Like, I wonder what they mean by that. Like, you have to create a Funcom account and then connect it to Conan Exiles once they release this on the actual game itself and not just test life. Because if it is, then I mean that's a little bit tedious, but like whatever, I guess. Right? But it's just like these right here don't transfer at all, which you know it kind of it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's see. And then kind of on that note, some people might also ask, will there be other like single-use items, like in the battle pass or in the bazaar?
Right now, we don't have plans to sell anything that's temporary. We may put single-use items in there. They're intended to be for free. Um, I guess there's not really anything else I can say about it now. Just that we may try different things with the store, um, but we don't plan on selling anything that's temporary at the moment.
Yeah, and again, like we really want to like our commitment is also like we want to avoid like selling any kind of power or anything like that. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so everything you're gonna find in the battle pass, everything you'll find in the bazaar are focused around cosmetic options, up to including different building plate like different decorations that you can place, different costumes, different building styles. We also have like some new. It's not quite called wall sprays, but like war paints. Not war paints. Those are tattoos. We have like a new spray system where you might be able to pick up some new decals where you can spray on a wall or something like that. But yeah, we're not going to give you straight up like new weapons with like unique stats or anything like that.
Yeah,
Anything.
no legendaries in this.
Yeah. So like anything you get is going to be very similar to like the older DLCs that we have, where like you'll get like an iron tier version of a weapon, and then like probably like a star metal version of that weapon, as an example. I hope that helps answer that.
Okay, that is cool. Okay, that is cool that they're trying to prevent it from having it be um from trying to have it be play to win. That they're just only mostly focusing on cosmetics and all that, which that's how it should be. That's how it should be, because you don't want it to have play to win, because then the game, then just the battle pass and all that, it's just gonna suck all the the fun and also the fairness of the game out. So yeah, and also I see like the new emotes that they have, which is cool. Like again, like out of all the things that they showed in Bazaar so far, because they said that it might change, that I'm gonna get the emote bundle because emotes are cool. Yeah, those are pretty cool. You could have this be like, I don't know, like just sit like in a group, right? And then just talk amongst yourselves. This one right here, the beating chest right there that they showed, that could be more so like taunting, that I could see, just taunting like in PvP. Yeah, and then this one, I don't know what this is, so yeah, not
Will the
sure.
battle pass be attached to one account? Yes. So it's whatever you use to log into Funcom Live services. That's what the battle pass progression and all your purchases and anything like that will be tied to. So if you log into a separate account, it'll have its own. Like, yeah, you won't be able to transfer between like transfer progress or whatever between like separate physical accounts.
Yeah, I think that question might be aimed at someone who plays on both PC and PlayStation, for
Mm-hmm.
example. So your account is not cross-platform. The account's created
Oh, that
automatically in the
sucks.
back end. We did this so it would be as like non-intrusive to you as possible. We didn't want everyone that was going to play excuse me, everyone that was going to play Conan Exiles to have to like go to a website, sign up with their email, put in their address and their credit card and stuff. So we just have it automatically created based on the platform you log into, and because of that, they're not linked. We don't want to ask you to link accounts. Um, Again, anything can change in the future if there's a big enough outcry for it. But we thought that the ease of logging into an account and not having to ever worry about that account is more um, beneficial to you than having you jump through those hoops to link accounts.
I understand what they mean by that, but at the same time, that does suck though, that it's not crossplay. And also, there's like another question too, like, is Conan Exiles ever gonna be crossplay? Which obviously they're not gonna answer that, since everything is uh to Age of Sorcery. So that kind of sucks. I understand what they mean, but it just still kind of sucks that that option's not there.
Thank you. Let's see. Going over some other questions. Uh, did we get an okay about like going over Crown Coin stuff, or do we want to save that for another time? Get word back from.
I asked about the battle pass specifically, so
Okay.
I can unlock the battle pass. See that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think
Sweet battle pass.
yeah, I think some folks have questions about how that will all work, and of course, they're gonna have. There are, of course, going to be a lot of questions, and we anticipated this about Bazaar works and how like coins work and all that. So
Yep. And two things in chat. One, yes, no plans for crossplay or cross progression at the moment,
Oh.
and there are no server wipes for 3.0.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'll just go to it now. I'm just going to show you guys what it's like to unlock the battle pass because we have this awesome animation for it and stuff, and I just want to show it off. But I already have a bunch of Crom coins on this account that I gave it before stream, and again, prices are subject to change, but whenever you want to buy coins, you can come to this page and it'll show you these are how much you get for what amount. And once you buy them, you can come down to this button to buy the battle pass. And
That's
you can see
typical.
too, right now I don't have the battle pass unlocked, so all these things have a little block on them because I haven't actually bought the because I haven't completed the levels to unlock them. But the things that I can unlock, I need to buy the battle pass before I can claim it. So there's no option to claim this right now. The orange background implies it is unlocked, however. So if I buy the battle pass now, the only difference between these two things is that the premium battle pass comes with 15 extra levels. So I'll buy the premium battle pass now just to get the extra levels and show you guys what those unlocks look like. Then my coins. Beep boop beep.
yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't seen that before, so that's actually pretty cool.
Oh.
And then when you unlock things, we play some fanfare to show you what you unlock.
Cool. I actually hadn't seen this before, so it's nice to see.
Yeah, and if you want to skip it and get rid of it, you can.
Cool.
Otherwise, here we are with all the stuff that I've unlocked now. So you can see I got this cool armor set with a spiky hat. Here's an illusion.
Oh, that's what that is.
So with the illusions, part of the new sorcery update is you can unlock the thaumaturgy bench, put two items together, make one item look like the other one. So this is one that you can apply without having to get that item, basically.
Yeah, there's some restrictions. So yeah, we call it the illusion system. It allows you to alter the appearance of a base item with another item. That with the caveat that you must be able to craft the item that you want to make the item look like, and then also the item's appearance, or the items whose appearance you want to use also has to be of the same type as the weapon you're applying the look to. So you can't make an axe look like a dagger, but if you have if you have a dagger and you know how to craft like another fancier dagger or something like that, you can then apply the fancy appearance to the other appearance, and it'll keep the stats of the previous item.
Yeah, we're thinking about opening this up some too. I think in the version that's on Test Live right now, there might be a restriction that says heavy armor must match heavy armor, but that wasn't the intent. So
cool. Okay.
It may be that you can put a light helmet on a heavy helmet and have the heavy helmet have the appearance of a light helmet. That is the intent. I don't really see a need to restrict armor class in terms of what kind of looks you can apply.
That was something that was brought up a lot.
The immediate complaint that people will have is, what about PvP, right? Like, but I think that we've seen in enough games at this point that this system doesn't really have a big impact on PvP, right? If anything, it just makes you respect your opponent a bit more and feel out the fight instead of just saying, oh, I can stomp on that guy because he's wearing light armor.
Right.
I'm just going to go trounce him. Maybe now you're a little bit more considerate about the engagements you take. At worst, maybe you just go whack on everybody,
Yeah. I mean, I guess ultimately it shouldn't change too much, but like obviously if it's a huge problem, like we can always try to like make some changes too. But
yeah.
And I'm just glad to. I actually hadn't heard that myself, so that's really nice to hear.
We're also thinking about taking off the restriction to need to know the item you want to steal the look from. One of the big reasons for that is because you can't learn to make a lot of legendary items.
True.
Or you couldn't transmog legendary items. So we might.
Well, I mean, you can't make legendary items in general as of right now. I don't think so. I mean, unless if you consider the Redeemed Silent Legion armor, the Godbreaker armor, as well as the Dragonborn armor as legendary, then okay, sure, yeah. And also same thing with the Telesaro, and then the other one, the shorter sword version of the Tale of Sorrow. Forgot what it's called. But that one, I mean, if you want to call those legendary, then sure. But like legendary, as in like you get it from bosses that drop him into unnamed city. No, you can't make those at all. Like none. But but going back to the whole illusion thing, that what he said there, that so when it comes to like tools, right? You could have, like let's say stone dagger make, not a stone dagger. Let's let's say a star metal hatchet, not a star metal hatchet, star metal pickaxe be like a hardened steel pickaxe, like looking like it, which is, I mean, interesting. I guess I don't really see the point of that per se. I mean, I guess for fun, trolling. But for the thing when it comes to armor, right? Having light armor look like heavy armor or heavy armor look like light armor. Now that is very interesting because yeah, it's like what he says that now you're gonna have to think about, you have to like double think about your encounters when it comes to PvP. So like me, I did say the upcoming, I'm gonna do it like an upcoming let's play. But the thing about that is that I'm gonna do PvE conflict or PvE. One of those two most likely. I'm not gonna do PvP because I don't wanna have to worry about my base getting like demolished and all that. No, I don't wanna have to deal with that nonsense. But with the whole thing doing that, it's like you're basically deceiving your opponent of, oh, okay, look at this, yeah, this looks like, oh, this dude looks like it's light armor, okay, let's go try to kill him like in one hit, right? Let's go destroy him in one hit. You do one hit, then all of a sudden it's like, what the heck, he barely took any damage. Boom, he was wearing like Godbreaker armor the entire time, and boom, you're just destroyed. And I do also wonder if that also plays with Thralls, like the armors that they wear too, because if that is the case, oh boy, like yeah, you have to like, in a sense, yeah, you have to like really think about it, like really think about it. Do I want to defeat this guy or not? Does he truly have light armor or not? Like that will change. Like this, I think that will change PvP quite a bit. Maybe not to a huge extent, no, but I think it will change it actually somewhat. Make people more conscious about who they want to make enemies with and who they want to destroy and etc.
Lift that restriction, so maybe you can go either way with it and just combine whatever.
Cool.
Still kicking it around though, so nothing official.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. That's what this period's all about.
And now I'm just gonna claim my
I
items
think it's
too. So like,
interesting.
if I go back to the beginning, I have all this stuff unlocked. It has that orange background. So now if I have two buttons, I can claim this reward, and it'll give me the thing that I unlocked. Now that's on my account. I have it. If I come over to the knowledge page, and there's
Hold on, Poppy. Hello? Alright. Sorry about that. So, I'm only gonna be able to cover this about 15 more minutes. And I'm gonna have to end it off. I know that's not enough to. Because I see right there 2 hours and 23 minutes. So, I don't know. Let me know in the chat right now. Or once this becomes like a video, let me know. Like, if you want to see part 2 to this of me going over it. And yes, this is, a little bit different too at the same time. Going over this in a live stream format instead of like a video format. I just want to test it out a little bit, just to test it out to see like, you know, how it is. Like, yes, I do have a Twitch account because yes, I do live stream out there, but I don't live stream Conan Exiles. I live stream various of games like Phasmophobia, Empire Earth 2, just different games, like that. So if you want to follow me on there to watch me play, different games, then yeah, go over there, say hi and stuff. But I also do collaborations there too, by the way. But like right here on YouTube, again, just live stream because I just want to test it out. But anyways, without wasting any more time, let's see what they say.
There's a new tab over here called Ancestral Knowledge. This shows all the stuff that you unlock through the Battle Pass or through the shop. So now I can come here and see that the Aegis armor is here. This is what I just got.
Oh, interesting.
And going back to the Battle Pass, I can also claim all the rewards. So now it'll just do all of them, and it'll play that fanfare like when I earned them the first time.
And of course, yeah, again, you can skip this if you don't want to see the animation. I can see that.
Yep.
See folks wanting to get through that.
Yep. And just like before, if I come back, all that stuff's been added to this. Additionally, it should show me where I can make all this stuff. We updated this a little bit so it doesn't stringently need to say which table it's crafted at if something is like an item that's not necessarily crafted at a table. So yeah.
Interesting.
Cool. Thank you.
There's Battle Pass. Oh, the other thing about Battle Pass I mentioned before is if you want to buy levels, you can. So now, like these things. So when I say buy levels, I'm talking about these up here at the top. These are the levels that you unlock by completing challenges. If you don't want to complete challenges, you can come down to any of these things that you haven't or haven't unlocked. As long as there's not stuff to claim, you'll see this button to buy level unlocks. And then you can choose how many levels you want to buy. I want to buy 5 levels. So, bam, the little thing increments. And now I get 5 more levels worth. Easy peasy.
Sweet. Thank you. We'll get the sorcery. It's fine. Don't worry. Well, okay, yeah, and I think
so. That's actually pretty cool. That they have that. But of course, the way to like buy levels, you have to buy crown coins, or you just save them up by unlocking it through the battle pass and all that. So it just basically gives a little bit more to the game, and also with all these cosmetics and stuff like that, decorations and stuff, that will give the bases like new looks. Like really think about it. Really think about like all these cosmetics and stuff that they're adding. It's gonna be making the bases of people much more decorative and also a little bit more diverse look. So now I do have a question, for them. Is that are these items gonna reoccur again at some point? Whether it be this one, because since they have like battle pass, like every 3 months they're gonna change it, right? Every 3 months to like a new age. So like I wonder if these items are gonna come back, but like in a form of like, in the battle pass, like in a new one or not. To give a chance for those people that haven't unlocked, like let's say for example, this war paint, or yeah, like these war paints and all of that. Like let's say there's a person that wants to get it, but let's say they haven't been logged on for like a month because they were busy with life for whatever circumstances that they were busy of. Will this war paint come back? in the new battle pass? That's a question I have for them. Like, are they gonna answer it? I mean, they did a Q&A, so I mean, most likely, no, they're not gonna answer my question because, well, I mean, most likely, I'm like, I'm such a, I'm, and this channel is small. Like, even though yes, it's over 100, but even so, it's like really small compared to like Whack for a, forgot the numbers, and all other Conan Exiles YouTubers. Like, this channel is like very very small. It's like it's tiny. So yeah, like they do like the official Conan Exiles account. Like, let's go right here. Let's go to Twitter real quick because I want to go to the official account. Yeah, this is all the people that I'm following. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, see Whack, I'm following him because content cool and all that, and he also like talks about some things that even I don't know. So then they do respond to people, right? But like, mm, I think they respond to bigger creators like more often than smaller creators because if I go down somewhere here, right in the notifications, yeah, here it goes, right? Because I asked them this, like, right, they had this pop getting up in the morning, and then right here, this person says getting up in the morning and see a picture from the update, which JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I did watch the anime. The anime in the beginning was okay, but then it got better and better as you know as it goes on. I'm not gonna spoil it here, but then he says yada yada daze, which is basically what Jotaro Kujo right here says. And then so I asked him, "Whoa, you're a JoJo fan?" And then he basically has this, which I'm not gonna play the music, but yeah, JoJo reference. This is JoJo Part Two reference, which I'm like, "Whoa, that's so cool." Oh, and this guy responded. I didn't realize, but yeah, this is like, really cool. That they sometimes do respond, not like all the time, but I just think that they respond to bigger creators more often than smaller creators. So yeah. But it's still cool that they still respond to the community and have fun doing that. It's still cool. I'm not bashing them or anything for like responding to bigger creators more than smaller creators. I'm not bashing at them at all for that. I'm not. It's still cool regardless that they respond to the community because not all of them do that. And especially being like mod friendly, right? So the Conan Exiles team is like, a rare uh what's the word, like they're a rare team to be able to like not only respond to the community but also be mod friendly. That that's what I mean. Anyways, let's
I hope
continue.
hopefully that answers some extra questions that I saw in chat. Like, and also like, I know one person was asking a bunch about like how do you even get Crom coins? So you can see, yeah, you do purchase pre-made packs or whatever. So you just have whatever you have, and then need more, you get more. And then yeah, by completing the battle pass, you get exactly 1,200 coins, which means then purchase next battle pass.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Someone said in another live stream, we said we wouldn't let them transmog heavy over light. I don't think that's the case. Go back and check it and correct me if I'm wrong, but this has been my intended design.
Armor, but I wasn't sure if
Yeah,
what the
it was
status of
probably
that
just a
was.
communication
Okay,
error.
gotcha. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, just a little
Yeah,
bit
you can only buy
miscommunication.
Chrome coins. That's right. We do also have a tab to go to the DLC, but when you
Oh,
click one
that's
of
really
these,
cool.
like we're on Steam right now, so if I click one of these, it's just going to open the Steam overlay and take me to that DLC. So those old expansions and old culture packs, you still have to buy through the first party stores: Steam, Epic Games Store, Xbox, Sony's.
Hmm. Is there a
It's
max
fun.
amount of challenge? Or okay. So, Colorado Mountain Man on YouTube asks, "Is there a maximum amount of challenge of XP per month or week?" or can those be accumulated indefinitely? So you can indefinitely complete challenges, but the bonus multipliers cap at some point, I think. I forget. Do you remember?
Yeah,
I think it's
no,
like you said like a weekend's worth or something like that.
yeah. It's. I think that the final number is going to be 20. Basically, I want you to be able to have 5 for today and up to 3 additional days of backlogged XP bonuses.
So you just gain passively when you're not like online or whatever.
You get them. See, it says challenges reset in 21 hours on screen. Every day at a certain time, you'll get 5 new multipliers. So every day you will get 5. If you complete those 5 challenges, those will be multiplied 10x as it stands right now. And if you don't play for a few days, you will accumulate multipliers in the background. So that number caps at 20 right now, which is a combination of the past 3 days, so 5, 10, 15 multipliers, plus today, 20.
Cool.
Huh.
Wait, then it helps answer that. Thank you for your question, Mountain.
So then that means for the XP multipliers, he says it caps on 20. So that means like once you miss after like let's say for example, oh you missed day number 4 or you missed day number 5 or day 6, 7, a week, 2 weeks and so on and so forth, you won't get any more after like the 4th day since he's going it by 5. Like every day you gain 5. But it stops at 20, which it's cool. At the same time, I don't know. I don't know about it capping on 20. But I don't know. Maybe it might change. But let's continue.
Is Age of Sorcery a paid DLC or free? It is the sorcery itself and all the gameplay changes that comes with it, it's going to be free for everyone.
Yeah. The whole idea with this setup that we're switching over to is that we can release more content more frequently and have the content that we create be completely disconnected from the need to pay for the content. So we'll release new features, new gameplay, and in this case, it's going to be sorcery. That's the big thing you get. Balance changes, new items, blah, blah, blah. All of that is for free. And that is basically paid for by the fact that we have this additional system on top, which is challenges, battle pass, and bazaar. So we separate those two and let one fuel the other.
Yeah, because that the tricky topic, of course, is ultimately we need to be able to afford to continue paying folks that work hard on making cool stuff for the game. And so supporting the shop, supporting the battle pass directly supports development, continued development of Conan Exiles to reach even greater heights.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this earlier today. One thing that you see people say frequently is, you're just being greedy. You just want more money.
Huh.
It's not that we want more money. It's that we want to make the game better. And unfortunately, it does take people and money to make games better. But at the end of the day, we just want the game to be as good as it can be.
Yeah, like
that is the end goal. If you look at anybody in video games, nobody's in it for money. It's
disagree.
not the most lucrative industry to be in. We do it because we love it.
Yep.
Like I disagree on that statement. Like them, okay. I understand that they're doing it like they're putting in heart, they're putting in passion for this, so that way, it goes straight to the development team, which is good, and not towards like what they did for Cyberpunk, what they did with the whole mess and all that, which is it was just a mess. But it's a good thing that it goes straight for the development team, and I just chuckled a little bit there because it's like, okay, if you heard all that, sorry about that. It's just trying to stack my coins. What I mean by coins, I mean just like quarters, dimes, etc. Because I have nowhere to place them right now. But anyways, yeah, it's just a little bit funny and chuckle a little bit because sometimes when companies and all that implement like battle pass or any type of microtransaction and all that, they are adding it because to be greedy, want more money, try to siphon more money from from their customers and all that, and it just ruins the game, especially if it becomes play to win. If it becomes play to win, oh no, that just ruins the entire game, and your true colors is being greedy. So what they're saying, in the industry, nobody is in it for money. Like, okay, yeah, for the Conan Exiles team, they're not in it for the money. They just want to do that so that way they could put out more content, make the game better, and also to be able to pay for the to be able to pay the development team, which is completely fine. I completely understand that, and you know what? It's fine if it enhances the game. If the battle pass enhances it and it has you do more things in the game, then that is perfectly fine as long as it's not pay to win. And what I mean by pay to win, that I keep repeating it so much, it's like, for example, right here in Conan Exiles, pay to win is something like you buy a legendary weapon, right? That, oh, you don't earn it by grinding out at all, but instead you just went ahead and go and buy it. Like, let's say, for example, right, the Sword of Chrome. The Sword of Chrome, that weapon, which is very, very, very good. But if you have that weapon, like, let's say in the bazaar right here, and that, right, or in the battle pass, then that's play to win. That is, because you're basically giving people a super, super strong weapon, and all they need to do is just, oh, let me just go spend a couple of bucks right there, boom, they're done. And then they could, like, let's say for the people that have a lot of money, they could go ahead and buy like a crap ton of soda crumbs, put that on their thralls, and then it would just be unfair, it'll be unbalanced. So that's what I mean by pay to win. So it's a good thing that they're not doing that. They just only doing it for designs and cosmetics. But I do have to disagree that there are companies out there, I'm not going to name any, but there are companies out there that put these microtransactions purely for gaining money. The purpose is to earn money, to get money. Which, I mean, I understand that, yes, there is a team, there is, you have to pay people and all that because they're employees and all that, and you want your customer to go buy your game and this and that. But if the what's it called? If the DLC, if the battle pass or anything like that does not enhance the game, then you're just only doing it for greedy purposes. Like how there's some companies out there that just literally doing that for just to be greedy and nothing else, nothing else. So I have to disagree with them on that part, but I understand that they're doing that. So I'm not gonna bash them for them adding battle passes or the bazaar or anything like that, because I completely understand what they're trying to go for, because they want this game to, like, just last for a very long time, which this game has. This game has stand to the test of time. Yes, it might not be as popular as it was before, as like in, I think it was like what, like the popularity really spiked like in what, like 2015, 2016. No, I think it's 2016 because that's when I started playing Conan Exiles. Oh yeah, fun fact. I'll play it on the PS4, but then my PS4 was acting very, very stupid. My PS4 was acting very stupid, so I just end up, yeah, just not using it anymore because it just does not work properly. So yeah. Anyways, let's continue. We're gonna go for like a few more minutes.
Extremely true. Yeah. So yeah, it's like at the end of the day, like we just want to make really cool stuff and like make a cool game that we want to play and that hopefully you want to play too. But the reality also is that we got to keep the lights on and we got to have roofs over people's heads. Of course, here we got our insurance as well. I won't get on. We love money. So yeah,
We love money.
money's great. No,
I mean, it is true. Money is great.
I hate money.
So if you want to support me on Patreon,
I'm just babbling. Looking over. So, what will this new DLC release system mean for old DLCs that have already been released? So, we just covered that a little bit, but all the existing extras that you can purchase will continue to be available on whatever platform you're playing on, and so that's not, as far as I know, that we have no plans on like changing that or removing that or like rolling that into the store. I mean, obviously things can change like sometime in the future, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
We wanted, whenever we set out to do all of this, we wanted to roll the old DLC into the store, the new stores that we put in, and just have those items be part of it. But the problem becomes that we can't easily identify what you own in Steam and use that to either discount things in our store or say that you own them in our store.
Mhm.
So the easiest thing for us was just to keep those two things separate. Those will continue to use the system that they use, and going forward, the new stuff will just be completely separate. One of the cool things about our store is that we do have dynamic discounts. So if you own some parts of a bundle, that bundle's price will be reduced because you don't pay for those things again, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Just like if you buy a bundle in Steam, there's 5 games in it, you own 3 of them, you just pay for 2 of them.
Yeah, it gets prorated based on what you already have. So yeah, we're not going to ask you to pay $10 or whatever if you already own like 4 of the 5 pieces, for example.
Exactly.
So,
Alright,
on
cool.
that topic, I know some folks had some questions about the bazaar. There isn't a ton to cover about it, I guess, but I know like some folks might have questions about how like what the layout is, and especially with the timers and stuff like that. I know we've gone over this before, but I think it bears repeating. I think. Yeah, what we have here, this is the bazaar interface. This is where you'll be able to pick up some extras that we're offering up that aren't part of the battle pass. Might still be themed around the like current age, for example, but not necessarily. But this gives us the freedom to be able to kind of make stuff that isn't necessarily with a certain like theme of an age or like a culture or anything like that.
We have a balance that we try to strike.
Yeah.
I don't want to quote the numbers because I'll be off, but some percentage of it is themed to the age and purpose, and a lot of it is not, because we still just want to do random stuff. We don't want to, pigeonhole ourselves into making only sorcery things for the next 9 months.
Yeah.
And then there's other cool stuff we can give.
And then the advantage of this system also is that like we can just kind of put some cool stuff as we conceptualize it and make it available. That can even be like seasonal themed or anything like that. We have some more freedom to be able to put more like outfits or building styles in the game that aren't necessarily tied to a certain specific culture or again like a battle pass theme.
Someone asked if the bazaar will have discounts. There will be times things go on sale in the bazaar.
Yeah, and then just to make this like super duper clear, those timers that you see are just of like the items rotate at different intervals. I think it's like the really big thing that you see in the bazaar, like the front and center thing, maybe I think cycles every week, and then the smaller ones have differing times of like I want to say like a day or a week or something like that as well.
I don't remember the exact timings off the top of my head.
Yeah.
The bigger the picture, the longer it stays around is the idea.
And then
Okay,
again,
interesting.
this is just the rotation, so it's not like once the flamboyant feasts, for example, like goes away in 2 minutes and 40 seconds or so, like it'll be back at some point. So like you're not gonna ever like permanently miss out on that, for example. Like there might be some like seasonal stuff potentially in the future that like like a lot of other games or a lot of other events that we've done, like if you don't like we might only have it available during the event, but like it's not, you're not gonna like lose it forever. And again, prices are not final, so what you're
Okay, that's interesting. So that half answers my question from what I said earlier. But at the same time, that's only for bazaars, though. But what about the battle pass? Will those items return or not?
seeing here is not necessarily final pricing.
That's my question for them.
Let's see.
Well, it's good to know that these items will return at some
Stay
point.
on the store screen for as long as possible. Okay, sure, you got it. Can I play Conan without the battle pass? I mean, yeah, I guess you don't have to care about it if you don't want to. Like, you don't have to buy it. Still get some free stuff just for playing. Like as long as you can get your challenges done, but you don't have to. If you don't want to pay attention to the challenges either, like you don't have to. Like nothing's forcing you to do it. And if you don't really
that's
like,
true.
if the various options that are available in the battle pass don't really speak to you, that's cool. You don't have to get it. It doesn't directly affect your gameplay like at all. Like you can still get sorcery, you can still learn everything.
Yeah, you can just play the game the way you play it today.
Like once this update launches, like you don't have to change anything really. I mean, you'll have to change some things like your attributes and like there'll be some balance changes, but like the big picture way you play the game like won't change. even when the update drops.
As a modder, I'd like to ask if Battle Pass items will be available in the dev kit. They will not. Just like previous DLC
Ah,
items, we do not ship those with the dev kit.
Thank you. Let's see. Will Battle Pass work in single player? It should.
Yes, it does.
oh, interesting.
And co-op.
And co-op. Will Battle Pass be time limited, or can we buy and activate old Battle Passes at a later date? So no, they will be. So every time a new chapter rolls around, your progress on the existing Battle Pass will refresh, and yeah, you'll just start
Makes sense.
progressing the new chapter once that comes up. And then yeah, if you have enough Crom coins, you can just buy the next pass.
We don't have any plans to add retroactive battle passes at the
Yeah.
moment. The biggest thing to drive home here is just that it's really easy to finish a battle pass. So I understand it being a concern. I really do.
Yeah, same.
Once you guys get in and get your hands on it and you can start, testing it out, you'll see there's not going to be any worry about whether or not you can finish it if you want to participate in it.
Yeah, like obviously we've seen a lot of plenty of anxiety and trepidation about like how that system works, but the hope is that once you're able to jump in and see that the battle pass is not really all that impressive at all.
Magic.
Ooh, to level up, then yeah, we hope it won't be.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like
Right
obviously,
here.
like there's like some concerns also about some folks who might like work like really high intensity jobs who like can't really play all that much. Like if you work at if you're like a night shift at like a hospital or something like that. Like we understand that, and that's it's something we're thinking about, but we're going to be going ahead with the current plan. Let's see. You say it's really easy to finish the battle pass, but what about the single player? Yeah, you can do it. Single player works, co-op works, like all that works.
Yep.
David Spencer asks, any chance we'll be enabling events like double harvest or higher percentage of drops? I guess.
Maybe. I'd have to check with other team members to know. Unfortunately, it's not a thing that I'm involved in a lot. Someone did ask earlier about whether we would increase rates on official servers across the board. I think that we probably are going to do an increase for gather rates on PvP servers. I mentioned in the last stream too that we made some changes to building health. I think that we backed out the changes to the tier 2 buildings, so they're not they're not stronger. But I think that we want to test the harvest rates first and see what kind of effects the harvest rates have on that dynamic, and then if we need to add more value to tier 2 because it's still too hard to get to tier 3 enough to engage in PvP a lot, then we'll keep going forward with it. It's one of those things that we want to monitor over time.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting that he says that. Like, his tier, like, yeah. So it's not only just like, okay. First and foremost, before I say what I was gonna say, I want to say this other thing first. Is that they said tiers, so they also go by tiers. So it's not just us, the community, us, the players, content creators, viewers, etc. We're not. So that did not come out of nowhere. The development team as well, like he himself, Dennis, says it, tiers, tiers, tiers. So that means yes. So that means things do actually, go by tiers. So it's not that the community just decided to one day just boop say that. It's actually the development team that also says that. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so now the other thing that they said about double harvesting and all of that. So what does that mean? That's gonna be in official servers then? Because he says that okay, yeah, it might be it's a bit difficult to go to like tier 2, tier 3, which I'm assuming like in terms of building as well as armor and weapons and all that. Like I'm assuming that is for me, it's not really that difficult because I mean I would like to call myself a veteran player. So because I played since 2016, but then obviously I took like a few years of break and then went back to it, and yeah, here I am being a Conan Exiles YouTuber, which I mean I'm planning on staying as this for like I'm just planning on staying as a Conan Exiles YouTuber. If I want to try out some other stuff, I'll just get a new account. Honestly, yeah, this channel is just gonna stay as Conan Exiles YouTuber. Now the reason why I am doing like that, like a little bit of different content here and there. Like for example, last week I did Minecraft a Minecraft mod pack that's called Artcraft. The reason why I did that is because I just want to test it out a little bit to see how it is, because it's like, yes, this channel will still mainly be Conan Exiles, right? But I do want to have it in a sense be maybe just have like things here and there, like like a little bit of minor things here and there, like a how can I compare it, like the main dish, right, is Conan Exiles, right? And then there's like side dishes, which are these other, types of content that I do. So you could think of it like that. So that's why I'm trying to like, test it out, a little bit here and there, throwing like, different games. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it on this channel. But anyways, I'm only gonna go over one more thing and then I'm gonna end off the stream because it's like really late for me.
Someone asked, yeah, will the battle pass and all that work with mods? Like, I mean, yeah, technically, as far as like what you can change, I guess, with modding tools can be affected by it, but it should be compatible. Like, the goal is to not break mods. And
Yeah.
again, we're going to release the dev kit as early as possible, so mod makers will have time to update whatever they need to.
Yeah, you can't actually mod challenges themselves, so there's only so much you can do to have any kind of effect on
Yeah.
the battle pass itself. We knew going into it that because we're a game that offers mods, server settings, you can edit innies,
Yeah.
whatever. We knew people would try to get around it as much as we can, so we kind of just went in knowing that and accepting that as the way it would be. We've worked our system around it, our design around it. It's expected.
Which I do want to note real quick is that I really like that, again, that they're like friendly towards mods. At first they're like a little bit iffy, but now they're just like friendly towards people that mod their game, which I really 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 do like that about the dev team. Like I really do. That is great. That is awesome. Thinking about like you're basically thinking about your community in general, which is amazing. Like that's how other game developers and also like just the team, right, that works on the game in general, as well as the companies too. Like the company should also think about the community as well, like how they are doing it, like how they're saying it right here in this stream. You heard it, that they are friendly towards modders, they're friendly towards the community. They're just friendly, which is great. That is how you're supposed to be. This right here is an example of how to be friendly and be really good, have a really good relationship with your community, the people that are in the community, whether it be the content creators, whether it be the modders, or whether it just be the people that just play the game, just an everyday people that just play the game. So great. This right here should be like a great example of how you should treat your community. Let's continue.
Let's see. So I see a couple people also asking, like, will items in the battle pass be exclusive? So okay, when stuff that's available in the current battle pass, like once that battle pass is over, the current plan is, yeah, like it refreshes and whatever you could get from that battle pass would be exclusive to that battle pass. There might be some exceptions here and there, but like we're not. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the plans are in terms of like itemization for the next passes or whatever. But yeah, it'll refresh. You'll start a new battle pass, and then yeah, the stuff that was exclusive to the previous pass will remain exclusive to that pass.
And you can expect the other stuff to come back. So.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you were talking about the Bazaar items.
But no, yeah. Some people were asking, like, once like a chapter, like once a battle pass season has finished, like, will we like roll the items into the Bazaar, for example? And I believe the answer is no.
We're not gonna. Sorry, I was reading chat and totally spaced out.
My bad. Yeah.
But no, we're not gonna. We'll never sell the items from the battle pass in the Bazaar.
Yeah.
We do intend to sell modified versions of some of them. So.
Interesting.
Just looking at this, like, say, we think like this horse is really cool, right? we might make another version of the undead horse. It's probably not just a recolor. Like there's probably some topo changes or something.
Yeah, some extra geometry. Yeah.
Something that makes it different than this. So whoever has this, you did this in this battle pass. You still have that thing that's like, I was there, I did this. I can show it off, but we can still offer people an opportunity to get a version of that later.
Yep, and obviously, yeah, like we understand some folks' concerns. Like I know the term FOMO has been thrown around a whole lot. It's this kind of stuff is always tricky. It's a pretty, as far as I know, it's a fairly standard system in a lot of games that do offer like battle pass systems. And obviously, like, we're going to be paying attention to feedback, and if it's demanded enough, we can all consider changes. But that's what we're rolling with right now.
All right. Yeah, that answers my question. So yeah, I understand people throwing out FOMO, but at the same time, it's like what he said. Sorry, I forgot what your name is, but yeah, it's like what he says. It's just a standard battle pass, which yeah makes sense. Like look at any other type of game, like for example, like Fortnite, Halo Infinite. Again, I'm throwing around those two because I can't really think of any other games at the top of my head, especially since it's like late. So my mind isn't really working 100%. Yeah. But so going back, yeah, so like he said, it's a standard, which is yeah, English. Oh my god. It is a standard. So like in games like in Fortnite or Halo Infinite, once they have like some sort of cosmetic, you could try to get in the battle pass, but once it's gone, it's just gone. So yeah, that's what like what he was trying to say, and other people, of course, throw out FOMO. I mean, in a sense, it kind of is, but at the same time, it's like it's a battle pass, man. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. But anyways, one last pause to go over what they say, and then after that, that's it. I'm ending the
Let's
stream.
see. Oh, okay. And again, you have to keep in mind that these are not final. Don't worry. Let's see. Okay. Looking at an FAQ right now.
Someone asked if the watcher items are removed and put in the battle pass. No, they're not. I think the fact that you can't craft them is actually like it's an issue on our side. I'll follow up on it after this.
Mm-hmm. One other thing that has popped up in the past, I haven't seen it too much in chat, but I know it's come up before on other topics. With the new building system that we have coming out, including with like you'll have new building like piece options that you'll be able to get through the bazaar or the battle.
Oh wow, okay, actual gameplay now.
You'll be able to share building pieces with other folks because of the new building system. Those pieces don't really exist anymore. Like I guess technically you can spawn them in with admin panel. I don't know if that still works. I know you could like in an earlier build, but still like the intent is that it's all like contained within the new building system with the construction hammer that we have on screen right now. And then yeah, like you won't be able to share building. What's that screaming sound in the background? Hold on. Oh, that's probably that's just ambient noise from the game. That's the exiled land. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was one thing we knew going into it with the building system, but I've seen some people speculate wildly that we first decided we didn't want people to share, and then we built a building system around it, but it's not the case. I mean, the building system itself is a huge quality of life improvement. It is night and day compared to the old building system, and we knew that you would lose that functionality, that ability to trade things with other people, but it feels worth the gain that you get from the building system being.
Yeah, and like some, there'll definitely be some like adjustment period, especially for folks who are like really hardcore power builders or like have a certain method of things. Like obviously, like some folks may feel that they're not, because you're not used to the new system, might feel a little bit like held back. But hopefully, once you've had a chance to like play around with it some more, you'll find that it's actually quite. Sorry, I'm seeing a blinking light on our camera. I'd have to check that in a second. But yeah, like once you get used to it, like it should be like pretty intuitive, and plus like the new system also eliminates the need to like pre-build like 100 foundations. So as long as you have the materials, you can just plop them down instantly without having to like wait around, like waiting for the things to craft. And then while you can't retrieve the building pieces anymore because they technically don't, they sort of don't exist anymore, you do get a full refund now when you destroy building pieces, like when you just delete them with creative mode. I mean, we have creative mode enabled right now, so nothing costs resources at all. But you know, if you don't have admin on and don't have creative mode on, yeah, you just plop down a wall and it takes the 15 stone or whatever it is, and then you get all that back if you destroy it.
Yeah, and it's on Test Live now, so solid Test Live client. Go give it a try.
Yep, give it a try. Yeah, you should be able to like either there should just be a separate Test Live client, or I think you can also still access the Test Live branch. I think
that I'm not positive of. But
okay.
I do know the Test Live client
is definitely active.
Definitely
like yeah,
working.
Test Live should definitely be up. Yeah, maybe the branch thing was just a dev thing.
Okay, so that's the last final point that I want to pause on. So they said there's a new building system. I don't remember if that was in the patch notes or not. That I went over in like in a previous video. However, that is interesting that they added this new one. Yeah, it might seem like, you know, it might be like a pushback a little bit since you're used to the old system, but it's just like the same thing. Like you learn, you like what he said, play around with it and all of that. It's just like when you replace an old thing with a new thing. It's just like, just got to get used to it a little bit. Might seem like limiting at first, but once you play around and see like the different aspects and stuff of it and all that, then yeah, because they say that it's an improvement. It's like night and day compared to the old building system to a new building system. So, like, what they did here is that yeah, you cannot pick up the pieces anymore. Which yeah, that kind of sucks. That's a little bit of an oof. But at the same time, you get a trade with being able to have the resources back 100% now instead of like a percentage off. Now you get it 100%. So it's like you lose some, but also you gain some. It's that type of way. But then also he says that you don't have to wait for the building anymore to to craft. Because before, like when I played on that old server, right? The official server that I played on, that one I always had to wait for it to craft and then place it, craft. But now this one, no, you don't need to wait for it to craft. You could just go boom, 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 done. As long as you have the resources, then yeah, you could keep on crafting them repeatedly and it won't take any time at all. It will just be instantaneous, which is cool. And it's also a much like it's a time saver. Like really, it is a time saver. So that is really cool that they added that. And so yeah, that's gonna be the end of the live stream. I know I did not cover the entirety of the Q&A and all of that, but if you want me to continue, like have a part 2 to this, then let me know. Just let me know. Once this becomes into a video, then let me know in the comment section if you want that or not. Again, this is like a little bit of a different content than normal because I just want to try it out to see like how it is live streaming, if it's like successful doing it this way, or if not then yeah, I won't do this again. I'll just make it into a video form. But it's just a little bit of testing it out. That's why I decided to live stream it, as well as that Twitter post that I showed earlier too, because of that. And so yeah, and also you might be wondering that yes, I do have a vidIQ right here, and yeah, like right here it's just hours of watch time for the last year, which is 407. Yeah, you could basically see my stats a little bit, which I think like for me personally, when it comes to the growth of this channel, let's just go to YouTube Studio. Let's just talk a little bit about it now, going away from that. I do think that this channel is being successful because I never thought, like honestly, thought that this channel would never reach, 100, but it did. So thank you all for that. And yes, there is gonna be 100 subscriber special soon. Yes, there is. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how I'm gonna be able to do this. But there will be 100 subscriber special. There will be soon. And obviously it's a Conan Exiles 100 subscriber special. But anyways, yeah. So with this channel, I think it is, pretty successful. And so my goal for this channel is to reach 10,000 subscribers. Yeah. If it reaches 10,000 subscribers, then yeah, I'll be pretty content with that. Like my like if you really want to know what my absolute ultimate goal, because yeah, ultimate. I know I said that a lot, but my ultimate goal on YouTube is to reach 1 million subscribers. But that is a little bit, far fetched, and that's a little bit, to say unrealistic. Especially since I don't think there's any Conan Exiles YouTubers that even reach 1 million subscribers. So, I mean, I don't know. But I do think what's more plausible is for this channel to reach 10K. 10K subscribers. That's more plausible. Because I do want to go to like, I'm not trying to do no comparing or anything like that. At all. But like, yeah, you can see who I'm subscribed to. And so like Whack, for example, right? Him, right? He reached 39K. He's almost at 40K. So, I mean, if he could reach it, then, I think I could reach it as well. Like, I really think I could. So, yeah, that's why I think for me, it's more realistic for this channel. Yeah, this channel right here to reach 10K subscribers. I think that is a more realistic outlook than compared to trying to reach 1 million subscribers. But hey, that's just me. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's gonna be all for today. That was the live stream, and a lot of things that they say was very interesting, even though the most of it, like at least the first hour of it, was just battle pass stuff and all that. But yeah, so again, if you want to see part 2 of me going over their Q&A, then yeah, let me know. And also let me know what you think about all the thumbnails and such too, because yeah, I've been trying to like change it up a bit, make it be better and all that. Like I still have a lot to learn when it comes to thumbnails, honestly, like a lot to learn. So let me know what you think about the thumbnails as well so far. What you see like right here. And also, yes, I do have a Patreon too, by the way. So if you want to support me directly, my Patreon is going to be linked in the description down below. Oh, yes. Because if you do support me on Patreon, then I will have your name at the end of the video, and then we'll say, yeah, your name too at the end of the video. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it. So peace. Thank you all for watching this live stream.